What's up, guys? This is Mad Mike Podcast. I'm your host, Mychelle Vasvary. Also, I am the creator of this podcast. I don't know why I just did that. Jesus. My co-host. I couldn't think of anything besides idiot just now. I was going to try to think of something nice.
That's a good callback. What's up, Michelle?
Mark Day.
Howdy,
I didn't even say your name yet, you fucking idiot. Why are you?
I know, I've jumped the gun. Obviously not the creator of the show.
Obviously not. That is 100% obvious. Or as the white bitches say, obvi. If anyone says, listen to me, I forgot to tell you did we talk about the herpy rule?
I don't know. Doesn't seem
well,
like
obviously
it.
not.
Remind
the
me.
number one rule I came up with one night for this podcast, I wanted rules. The first rule that I wrote down, and I forgot to tell you later, and I never put it on a memo or anything or an email, but was it no herpy jokes on this podcast. I think that we're all above it. I think it's 2002, 2005 era.
Right.
And I don't want any herpy jokes on this podcast.
Okay.
If someone comes on this show and tells one herpy joke,
that's it.
That's it. We're not coming back. You're going to be like Sinead O'Connor in SNL with the Pope. Remember that? No.
Sure, absolutely. She tore up the picture.
Okay, number two. Rule number two. Oh, shit. Now I forget rule number two. What'd I say earlier?
Refer to rule number one. I don't know.
I had a rule number two.
I don't know.
I don't remember it now.
No gonorrhea jokes.
I don't want it.
Okay.
I just don't.
Basically, no STD, no STIs.
No talking about Chris D'Elia.
And no.
No, we can talk about Chris D'Elia as long as he's a piece of shit. It's along those lines.
All right.
Man, I did have it. I had it number two in my head. It was up there. It's just so fucking
You always
gone.
have number two in your head.
Okay. Poop jokes they're still on the table.
Hey, they'll never die.
Plus, I have a colon disease. I have ulcerative colitis, and we like to bring awareness to ulcerative colitis.
Awareness. So everybody wear a brown ribbon.
That was actually funny.
Thank you.
You got one in. You got one in. I think brown is something.
Sure.
Can we look it up real quick? I think brown is something. A brown ribbon is something. You guys, we have a very special guest, Jill Maragos. Oh my, I've never said your last name out loud.
That's exactly right.
Did I get it? Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yes.
Jesus.
Absolutely perfect.
Her track record is pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Were you going to say something?
No, it's very good. Very, very
Hi,
well
Jill.
done.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
I'm sorry, Michelle's going to be speaking for me for the rest of the podcast.
It is the anti-tobacco ribbon.
Oh,
shit.
What about like baby poop green? Does that mean anything?
Yeah, like
I'm not Googling that.
Yeah, you probably can't put that in the history.
All right.
I'm just in the hurt box. I never get hungover that much. And last night I decided to get rip-roaring intoxicated and head on down to the Liquid Zoo for an open mic.
oh, jeez.
had a liquid dinner at the Liquid Zoo and got up there, and I was told the set went good. It went well.
It's a good sign.
I don't.
But who told you though?
A couple people, and then I also found out from Ryan Talmo that I sang completely during someone else's set entirely. His name's John. And I just sang sang out loud with no music. I don't know. So I can't think straight today.
There are lots. I mean, there's always crazy people at the zoo. It's not good to be one of them, but there was a guy there once who was just this guy straight from Russia, and he was slipping and falling and just crazy. I call him Vladimir Pukin.
Oh, wow.
He just kept falling, and
So
I'm like,
he kept that Russian stereotype alive.
He did.
Oh,
it was
wow.
bad. He got kicked out.
How do you get kicked out of the Liquid
That's
Zoo?
how bad it was. It was bad.
Holy shit!
I did almost get kicked out of the Liquid Zoo.
Yeah, but you got kicked out for a really dumb. Almost got kicked out for a really dumb reason. He brought in coffee.
Oh, how dare you!
I don't drink beer
What?
or alcohol. Okay,
Coffee.
I wanted fucking coffee.
That's hilarious.
All right, don't get all mad
I brought in a water once, and they said, "Hit the bricks,
What's
son."
the matter with you?
because you can't bring. In all fairness,
Sure.
you can't bring any outside
It's like a
food or
Dodgers
beverage. Yeah, like a Dodgers game.
Sure.
The Liquid Zoo
But
is the
I
same.
had a good comeback.
I don't even
I
remember
thought it was when the girl on stage is like, what'd she do? She jumped
Oh
in.
yeah,
and
and
she
you
said
ruined
something.
someone else's set because you were pissed off about your 79-cent coffee.
And what did I say to her when she started talking to me? I said, I need fucking coffee to stay awake during this set.
Oh, I know. And then I was
That was
mad at him.
good.
Then I got mad at him for being mean to somebody while they were on stage. And that girl totally fucking heard you, by the way, and stopped everything she was doing and was like, I kind of like, her lip kind of did the chin quiver.
The quiver.
Yeah. And I was
a
like,
deep cut.
great. That's just fucking great. She's going to go home and cry into a bottle of Riesling and never come back because you were a dick about your stupid gas station coffee.
So other than the Russian guy, do you have any cool stories from the Liquid Zoo?
Not really, no. I was only there a few times. Vladimir Pukin's probably the one, the last time I was there, where he hit on a transvestite and she wanted nothing to do with him.
That tall girl?
Yeah.
Real tall.
That'd be
Super
Amazon.
tall.
Amazon Jane? No, Amazon. I can't remember her name. Nah, whatever. That's not important. She's not going to listen to us anyways.
It was bad.
Well, next time I'm on the corner of Santa Monica and Highland, I'll ask her.
Yeah.
Once you see her.
You do that, Mark. You fucking do that.
If you're from LA, that makes sense.
Okay, well, a lot of people aren't. You know, we have that big Utah.
That's right. We do have a big
fan
Utah
base.
fan
The
base.
contingency.
We have
What's
a big
up, Utah?
Jonathan. It's just one guy mainly. His name's Jonathan. He's really nice. Oh, by the way, Jonathan, fan question time. Right now, I don't know when we're going to get some merch. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Foreseeable future.
Nice.
Sometime. It's going to be in there. It's going to happen. Okay. Oh, shit.
Ooh, careful.
Hold on.
Break it.
Technical. Jill, you live in Van Nuys
Yeah.
with your 2 dogs and your husband.
Yep.
When did you start doing comedy? Are you from Van Nuys or you just live there?
No, I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Oh, that's right. You're Buffalo, New York. That's right. That industry. Is that a big industry town, right?
It's
Like,
very industrial.
Industrial. That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I knew what you meant.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm smart.
You're smart.
Okay.
We got you. We got you.
We're good. So you're from Buffalo. When did you
Yes.
come out here?
I was in Northern California for like 8 years, and then I came down here 3 years ago. I actually started stand-up here before I moved down.
Oh, yeah?
I got roped into a class. It was like this girl that I was friends with was like, I don't want to take this class alone. And I'm
one
like,
of those.
oh, God, fine. And I was like, oh, it'd be interesting to learn how to write jokes. Like, that's kind of fun and easy.
Right, it's
Not
different.
easy, but like, that's kind of cool.
Right.
And then I loved it. But I was like, I'm not doing the grad class. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it.
Right.
I didn't do this
No.
because I wanted to be a stand-up. I'm not doing this at all. And I drove the teacher fucking out of her mind. The teacher was like, oh, I'm like, I'm not doing it. And she's like, you should do the class or you should do the grad show. And I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not coming. And she's like, okay. And I talked to my husband. He's like, why don't you just do it? I mean, you took the class. You deserve to go up. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I go back and she's like, no, it's too late. I filled your spot. I'm like, oh, you know what? Then it's meant to be. And then 2 days later, she's like, she has somebody else from the class call me and be like, she wants you to do the show. I'm like, all right, fine. But it was just, it was way more drama than comedy. But it was like this night where you're just like, that night on stage where I'm like, I'll never be the same again.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
it changed my DNA.
It went well then.
Yeah, it went
I was
great.
going to say,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, it was like what everything. I can't like why did this get a laugh? Why didn't this get a laugh? What happened and why?
okay.
Like I
Started
didn't
analyzing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I have a degree in engineering, mechanical engineering, and so like the
right.
math of it was really like, well, what?
Huh.
Why does this word?
Never
work
thought
and
of
this
it that
one
way.
doesn't? Oh yeah.
And did
I guess
you,
that is true, huh?
did you lay out like a map and you start putting those red
Yes.
yarns
It was like
connecting the
it
dots?
was like a Russell Crowe movie where I'm
Exactly.
like, beautiful mind.
Right.
This is not. Yeah.
Farts,
So-
yes.
Yes.
Haha, question marks.
Great. The word great will work, but the word fantastic won't. I don't know why. Like, you know, the hard.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
It's interesting. That stuff is interesting. It's nerdy, but
Like today I told a story, or I didn't tell a story, I told a joke of why I was better than somebody else to my coworkers. And it first started off that, well, at least my cunt doesn't smell like a sausage. But then later, as the day progressed, I changed it to, well, at least my cunt doesn't smell like a Polish sausage. And that landed better.
right because the hard
'Cause-
P.
Yeah, the hard P, the specificity. I can't say that word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think from now on,
Next
I
time,
don't know.
next time
Adverbs.
try kielbasa.
Right?
Ooh.
At least my cunt
That's a
doesn't
hard-
smell like a kielbasa.
That's a hard K. That's even better.
That's a hard K. See? We're just working
It's
it
all.
out.
It's all.
Adverbs. That's what it's all about.
It's all.
It's all at Mark.
I-
shut
down.
up.
I think there's a
Kielbasa's
school. I think there's a
down.
School of Rock song about adverbs. Is there? Probably. I could actually sing it. Actually, there is one.
You're like, there is.
God.
I'm only saying there might be because I don't want to be outed for knowing that for sure.
Yeah, I
Is what
won't.
you're
I won't. Sing
Well,
it
you're
like
okay.
Mychelle
I
did
just
at
hate
Liquid
everything
Zoo.
Mark says. Don't make School of Rock references That should be rule number 2.
That's rule number 2.
Yeah, I want the show to be
No
edgy
herpes.
and cool.
No school. Hey,
No.
retro is that kind of edgy cool coming back. People will be like, I remember School of Rock.
I
Conjunction,
hope so.
junction, what's your function? Come on, that's hot.
Stop it. I just
thought
fucking
you were talking
said.
about the Jack Black
Oh, no.
movie.
Yeah, so
That's
so did I.
Schoolhouse Rock.
So did I. I'm
Schoolhouse
like,
Rocks
I'm
is
like,
different
what is
from
he
School
talking
Wait,
about?
yeah, that's called Schoolhouse Rocks, you fucking idiot.
It's called
You're
School
so
of Rock.
Stupid.
It's called School of Rock.
I'm like,
You're
Jack
so
Black sang a
stupid.
song about-
I swear to fucking God, Mark, you can't even make a fucking shit reference good.
Here it comes. Oh, boy.
That was harsh. Sorry.
Engineer,
everyone.
look up School of Rock.
He doesn't have to. We already told
Adverbs.
you what school. There's School of Rock with Jack Black. There is Schoolhouse
And the
Rocks.
guy you made out with in a car.
Whoa. Hey, now.
Don't. No, that never happened. There's a new Nickelodeon
that
show
never
coming
happened.
out, and just don't worry about it. It's fine.
I know about the film on Paramount.
I know they do film at Paramount. I've heard from other people. I also feel like we classed it up a bit. If anyone's watching the video, I feel like I'm hosting the fucking
right.
Meredith Vieira show with the. Look at this. We got a new coffee table and flowers.
Nice.
Yeah,
They're very nice.
the flowers will be gone.
It's
Whatever.
like, Jane, Jill's coming. We better class up the
I feel
joint.
so honored.
Well, because last show I feel like we talked a lot about fingering this girl, and I thought maybe we should get some flowers up in here and make it look like a daytime talk show for the next episode.
It's called range. It's range.
Do you know people quoted back to me what Angie said about how she lost her? Okay, I don't know how far you made it into the fingering story, but she lost her French tip nail inside this lady's
oh god.
canal, inside the birthing canal. She lost it. So she said, oh, because we were talking about Ellen DeGeneres. And she said that she would finger Ellen DeGeneres, and that Ellen DeGeneres was worthy of like, I'll lose a French tip up in there.
Yep.
So people later quoted that to me, that they would lose a French tip up in there.
So it's trending in your world.
In my world. Really just two of my coworkers
It can
said
trend.
it. But, and then at first I thought they said I would lose a French dip up in there, and I'm like, why would you lose a sandwich?
Ooh.
Why
Like a
would
French dip
Why
sandwich,
would
you
you
know?
dip a roast beef sandwich in?
Wait, I think that could work into your joke from earlier.
You're gonna put
The kielbasa?
Where's the au jus sauce?
I'll take some au jus, please.
Exactly.
Oh, God. I just can't anymore. I mean, what episode are we on?
This is 8.
Oh, all right, shit.
you're ready to retire. Gosh, you're
Yeah,
sorry.
when did the Netflix? I feel like we're a Netflix series. Don't they end after like 8 episodes or something? The season.
You know,
Should
I
this
was
be the
just
season
saying
finale?
that. I was just saying that the other day. It's like, do you remember like when TV shows? I mean, it's not that long ago, but you remember when TV shows were like a season was over 20 episodes a season?
Yeah, like 22, right?
Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
not the
well,
case
well, you had-
26?
well, you had
I don't know.
24 because it was like 24 hours a day, so they had 24 episodes a season. But I'm kind of rewatching X-Files,
Okay.
and they're like 21, 22
course you are.
episodes.
Yeah, they did 26 for season 3.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
And now it's like, you know, the show I'm working on, we got 14 episodes this season, and we're like, 14? Wow, it's so crazy.
Woohoo.
It's crazy.
Do you think that's because it's on BET?
Probably, but most shows are like that now. You know, most shows are about 13.
That was not racist, by the way. I was just knocking BET
It's all good.
because I don't like any of them. MTV, VH1, I don't care. I don't like any of them. If it's
You don't
something
like
to do
the
with music,
Viacom family.
I guess not. Apparently not. Well, they're Comedy Central, right? I don't know.
I don't think so.
God, Mark, you just don't bring anything to the table at all.
I bring nothing.
You fucking know nothing. You fuck up a Jack Black classic film. A classic Jack Black film. I fucking hate everything about you.
I know. That's why I'm
there's
here.
not, I mean, Jill, okay, so,
Okay.
we're going to do this new segment. It's called Old School Comic, New School Comic.
Okay.
And we
What
name,
am I?
We name,
Which am I? What role am I playing?
You're gonna play George Carlin.
speaking of old
Yeah.
school comics, I love your Bill Cosby Mother Teresa joke. Can we play it? Everyone, this is a clip of Jill's comedy.
I have 2 dogs that I think of as my kids, my furry little boys. And I have a friend who has actual children, human children, running around. And I will say I think of my dogs as my kids, and my friend will be like, you can't compare having dogs to having kids. It's apples and oranges. And I will say to her, can we just agree that apples and oranges aren't that different? They're both fruit, Okay? If somebody said, do you want an apple or an orange? You'd be like, I don't care. I'm going to take it home. It's going to rot, and I'm going to throw it away in a week. Nobody cares about fruit. But also what you mean is that you can't compare the two, right? You can't equate the two. I can compare any two things. I can compare Bill Cosby to Mother Teresa, okay? One probably raped a bunch of women, and the other one definitely raped a bunch of women.
And that is, I can
Shameful.
say,
It's shameful. It either goes over really well or really not well in a room. So you can be, it was a joke. She's dead. Mother Teresa. I think of it less of a Bill Cosby joke and more of as a Mother Teresa.
Absolutely.
more of a Mother Teresa joke.
Absolutely, that was fun.
But I will say that I think out of all the Bill, because in my personal professional comedy opinion, that's the only good Bill Cosby joke I've heard since this whole thing happened. It's the only one. I've never heard of. I don't think I will hear a better one.
Look at you. Thank you.
So I'm gonna say it. I'm on the record for that, and I know a lot of people tried, and they just
when a
fucking
better one
failed.
comes out tomorrow, you're like,
Dang it. Son of a bitch.
It won't happen. I'm confident. I'm like an owner of an NFL team. Like we're gonna win the fucking Super Bowl,
or the creator of a podcast,
or creator of a podcast. Really? Are you never gonna let that die? I am the creator. I'm like Jim Henson of podcasting.
Absolutely.
Because he was a creator and I'm a creator. Mm-hmm. And I think every episode I compare myself to a very accomplished person.
So when Alan Sorkin, writes our screenplay for this podcast in a few years and casts who to play you?
For a long time I thought Emma Watson.
Okay.
But her mouth's a little big. My mouth's not that big. I mean,
metaphorically.
Think energy, though. You gotta think
energy.
more like
I don't think anybody can play me because, that's just, that's like having someone play, I don't even know. That's like someone.
Like Michael Fassbender playing Steve Jobs. Just doesn't work.
This doesn't work. Why wasn't there just a Steve Jobs movie?
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher. He fucked it up.
So they're doing another one.
Yeah, the Michael Fassbender's playing. It was directed by the same
go.
Danny Boyle. It's the one they've been wanting to make, the real one.
The good one?
You guys can't say
Ashton Kutcher
Steve
one
Jobs.
cheated
Steve Jobs in
and
front of
jumped the gun. And it's kind of like the Dante's Peak / Volcano or Armageddon Deep Impact.
Yes.
The good movie always comes second.
Nice.
Okay.
It's just classic Hollywood. Like, we got to beat him to this, guys, to make lots of money. Good job, John Cohen.
Okay, no one knows who that is.
It's just a total quintessential Jewish name. Moving on.
Okay, well, great. You just, goodbye,
I
Jews.
There goes half our audience.
I apologize. There are no Jews in Hollywood. They do not make the decisions in this town. I'm mistaken.
Brian's had
Okay.
a lot of airplay today.
I know, Brian, can you just relax over there and
She
push
asked
the
a question.
knobs?
She asked a question. I
Push the
answered
knobs
her.
around.
I'm on
That's-
Team Brian. I like Brian.
Okay, well, whatever. Team of one. It's like the same slogan as the army.
Exactly.
Jill, okay, so I guess, we're naming like an old school comic. Like, okay, one of my favorite old schoolers is Carlin.
Yes.
Even though I know it's kind of cliche or it sounds cliche. But then like one of my favorite new people would be, like a Tig Notaro or like I hate saying Louis C.K. because everyone says Louis C.K.
Because he's amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, he's kind of old school. He's been around for like.
He is kind of old. Yeah, he's
25
like on the fence.
Yeah.
Like, I would say Bill Burr.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bill Burr's pretty amazing. Yeah.
So
you're asking for one and one?
For 1 and 1. Sure.
Oh God, George Carlin is amazing. But now I don't feel like I can't say him because you used him. I'm gonna say Richard Pryor,
Okay.
and then new school will be Kyle Kinane.
Oh, okay.
I think he's amazing. He's very creative and I think he uses language like nobody does now.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
Look
Look him up. I like
try to-
him. Like for him, I like his. Do you know who he is? I don't know. I'm
don't.
talking about somebody you guys don't know.
But it's good.
Kyle
This is what the
Kinane's
show's
amazing.
about.
And then, do you know who Matt Bronger is?
No, but I've heard that. I've heard it.
Matt Bronger commits 110%. I saw him. He's amazing. I think he started the Bridgetown Festival. Up in one? No? Am I just? No. You're like, why are we doing new school? We should just do old school. Just be like
Roseanne.
how about that Eddie
Roseanne
Murphy?
right?
Hey, remember that show?
Yeah. Speaking of old school, today for some random reason I turned on. Do you remember Grace Under Fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember that.
With
Brett. Fuck, God damn it. Whatever. You all know who I'm talking
with
about.
the raspy cigarette voice.
Yes. Brett. Fuck. I just watched it. I watched an episode today where she makes up with the ex-husband at the end, and she admits that, you know, one of her biggest faults in her marriage to him when they were married.
Right, yeah.
And he has a recovering alcoholic ex-husband. Mark, you've never seen it.
Didn't
You're
he
such a
hit her?
disgrace. He used to hit her, and he used to drink, but then same guy from that show.
Are we talking about Brett Butler?
Brett Butler.
Ah.
God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
I'm telling you today, I can't do an episode fucking hungover. I'm just worthless. I'm almost as bad as Mark.
Just smell the flowers.
And as for actresses, it'd be this girl, the Orange Is New Black, Nikki Nichols. That's who would play Michelle in a movie.
Oh yeah, Nikki Nichols would play me.
Which one is that?
She's the girl that likes to eat a bunch of box on Orange Is the New Black, like a bunch of it.
Oh,
The American Pie girl.
I like her.
Yeah.
You know why I liked her? I liked her when she got her DUI and her mugshot was went viral before stuff went viral. Do you remember that? Like years ago?
No, I don't remember that at all.
She got a DUI and it literally almost kind of looks like her in Orange Is the New Black. It's really scary.
That's what she turned in during her audition. She's just like,
here's my mugshot. But yeah, I think that she would do a good job. They'd have to, glamour up a little. You know what I'm saying? She's a little rough around the edges, but because I'm extremely gorgeous. So thanks, Jill. Sorry.
You're very well put together.
See, that's the engineering. That's the engineering degree in her.
Yes, make her happy.
You are. You're put together. I don't wear skirts. I can't.
The only reason I put this skirt on, this is usually one of the dresses I wear. I actually bought this at Walgreens for $9.99 plus tax.
I love that. You do that too. I'm like, I got this at Ross for $4.50 on clearance. Like, it's like it could be like not what I'm wearing right now. Actually, what I'm wearing right now.
See,
but I mean, I'll buy like something that's great for like no money, and then like people compliment me on it or whatever. I'm like, I have to tell them where it's from.
Yeah,
like,
I tell them
that's a
exactly.
point of pride.
It really is. I mean, it's like a part of the human psyche, like to like brag about deals, and then on the opposite end of the spectrum, people brag about how much they spent on something.
Isn't that something?
But there's no really in between.
Yeah,
I
have a coworker that bought a Tesla. Jesus Christ, that's all we hear about is this fucking Tesla.
I have
Tesla this, my Tesla does that.
I have a friend who just got an Apple Watch, and he was just like, I upgraded to the magnetic little thing. I'm like, so how well does it work when you walk away from your phone? And he's like, it tells the time. I'm like, sweet.
Great. I'm glad you spend.
How much was that? $700. I'm like,
so if you have your phone on you all the time, what do you need the watch for then?
I'm so confused.
So that
whole
you
thing
can show
fucking
people
confuses
that
me.
you have it.
Does he do the Apple Watch walk?
Yes, he does.
There's an Apple Watch walk.
Oh yeah, Mark knows the.
Yeah,
Apple Watch walk.
I had an epiphany a little while ago when I saw a guy
This
wearing
will be
one.
good, guys. Hold on.
And again, I'm going to pull out
Buckle
another.
your seatbelts, everyone.
Here we go. Another childhood reference. The Starbelly Sneeches from Dr. Seuss. Do you remember the Starbelly Sneeches?
No.
The basic premise is that there was a bunch of these weird characters called Sneeches that had these little stars on their stomach, and then the people that didn't have stars on their stomach wanted stars because they were jealous of those that had stars.
Sure.
And so this guy came around. He says, "I have a machine that can put stars on your belly, and so you can be cool like them." And then they started doing that, and then they're like, "Look, we're just as cool as you." And the people with stars originally had the stars removed, and it became a whole thing. So that's what the Apple Watch is. Basically, you have it so that you can show.
You
people
tell the only Dr. Seuss story that nobody fucking knows. Just
oh,
so you know.
Come on. That's a famous one.
I've never heard of that. I don't even remember it.
Hey, we didn't know the name of her comics.
Yeah.
The new ones.
The new one.
Richard Pryor.
Who's that?
Pryor.
Who's that mother? That sounds familiar.
Sounds like a white guy. I've never heard of that guy.
It does kind of sound like a white guy, actually. I bet there's
Richard
at least
Pryor
one
does-
white guy named Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
I
probably.
bet.
And he
Out
probably
there.
gets like all the time.
That'd be kind of awesome, actually.
Like, Starbucks. Richard Pryor. Pryor, and the
I don't know, everyone gets
the one white
excited, I
guy's
bet.
like,
Yeah. Well, he's
Hey,
passed away.
thank
so
you.
It'd be like zombie Richard Pryor.
Really bad.
Some people get really
Zombie
excited.
Richard
Like,
Pryor.
you got my latte.
Zombie Richard Pryor, your caramel macchiato with that extra
Kids
shot.
temp. Kids temp.
No whip. It's ready. Zombie Richard Pryor.
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
Speaking of comedians in coffee shops, just yesterday, my buddy saw Pauly Shore at a coffee shop and took a picture
cool.
and only sent it to me. And I was like, I want to get Pauly on this show.
Yeah.
Even though I've heard he's a dick.
He has his own
Really?
podcast.
Yeah, he is a dick.
Oh, he does have his own podcast.
It's pretty good.
Oh.
So does that mean he can't come on ours?
No, that means that he would probably be into it. He'd probably be down for it.
I don't know.
He embraces.
I guarantee he checks his own Facebook. So if you sent him a message, he'd probably do it.
Yeah.
No, Pauly Shore's probably got an
Well,
assistant.
you never know.
Pauly Shore definitely
You
does
should at
have an
least
assistant.
ask. Result
Ask
is the
him.
same.
Yeah.
Why
That's
not?
true. That's true. The result is the same. That's
Yeah.
an engineering degree.
It's just
that's
just
got a smart
down.
one.
That's just being beaten down as a stand-up. It's like, I guess I can ask for a spot on the show. I can just say no, and then she gets them being like no. You're like, all right.
You're like, sure, why not? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you're not losing anything.
That's true.
As long as they don't make some sort of coffee reference during my set.
Yeah. As long as they don't snake a coffee into the show. It'll be all right with me.
Brian, everyone's making fun of you.
Sorry.
You have been on the road a lot, I feel like.
I do feel like that as well.
Where have you been?
Most recently, I was in Richland, Washington, and then Winnemucca, Nevada, and Klamath Falls, Oregon.
I love Klamath Falls,
Do
Oregon,
you really,
actually.
you liar?
I've been
You're
there.
lying right through your face.
No.
No, he's Mormon. He can't lie.
Oh, okay.
I can't lie.
It's like one of the magic spells. I don't know.
If we lie, we like turn to dust.
My hair's too frizzy, right?
No, it looks great.
He's so lying. It's okay. It's all right.
It doesn't look that
no,
bad.
but
there's moisture outside.
So you
It's all good.
So you like Klamath? Klamath Falls actually was a lot of fun. But
How the
most
fuck
people
do you
haven't
spell
heard of
that?
it. Klamath.
And then Klamath Lake is a very famous lake, and they have algae in Klamath Lake. Algae that's used in a lot of supplements.
Great, Mark. Thank you for that.
I used to date a girl.
Date a girl.
You guys can't. I rolled my
She
eyes.
was all about the algae.
She was all about the Klamath Lake algae. Ugh.
Oh,
Really?
so it's a famous thing.
I think it was just like code for like, she probably had a yeast infection.
I was gonna say she sounds filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
real
want-
dirty.
She's like, I've got Klamath Lake algae again. I'm
I
like,
got algae in my
oh.
Klamath.
Yeah. See,
terrible.
there we go.
Nice.
I'm
That was
all
a good
about the
one.
wordplay.
I just did the
So bad.
The thing I used to do that. I dated a guy when I was like 19, and he used to always do that. His name was Bill Weil, and he would be like, somebody, whatever he liked, he'd always be like, nice. For 3 years, I had to put up with that fucking shit. Nice. So now sometimes I'll do it. I don't know. I just fucking somewhere back in this fucking
it's like in your
part of my
subconscious
brain.
just,
Yeah.
just
popping
pulls
up.
out.
She's never done that before.
I don't think I ever have. Not in the past couple of years. Like I said, it comes out like once every like 4 years. Nice.
It's like a built-up noise, and then it'll just burst forth, and then it
It's
just
kind
takes
of like
a while
a
to replenish.
woo, but with nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
like Joey Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey Lawrence, that was the best. Remember Blossom?
I do remember Blossom.
I have a joke about having super old underwear that nobody ever gets, because I have a joke that I still have underwear from from the 1990s, and I've never gotten rid of it. And they're all like ripped and holy and everything. And I'm like, I can't hook up with a guy because like there's a picture of Mayim Bialik on it. And it says
my God, I love
tonight
it.
on a very special blossom. I'm like, the guy would be like, whoa. But like nobody ever gets it. I'm like, this is not,
How can
do you
nobody
not
get
get
People are
that?
like, what? I don't know.
You know what it
I'm
is?
telling you, people are like, what? They're like thinking about my underwear then, like being disgusting and ripped. I'm like, they're terrible.
Her
They're
name
like,
is
now,
just
what
like,
shape are the holes?
really, Mark? What's wrong with you? That was disgusting, actually. That was a crotchless panties reference, right?
Oh,
No,
I hate
it
that
wasn't.
word.
And you took it.
P
You've
word.
offended our
Crotchless?
guest.
The P
Crotchless
word.
or panties?
No, oh God. That's the
Oh,
worst.
the P word? Ah, what about the word moist?
No,
Stop
moist doesn't
saying
bother me,
moist.
but the P
Oh,
word
so you don't like that word.
So,
No, I just don't want you to
The
say
two
it.
most hated words in English language, no joke, are
Are the P
moist
word?
and
What
panties.
is your
Oh.
source of this? Is this a study?
Dr. Seuss.
Okay. You are absolutely 190. I actually just turned his mic
Schoolhouse
off.
Rock.
Turn his mic off. Just you. Yeah. Thank God.
Aw.
Just sit there. Sit there for the next 20 minutes and don't do
Make
anything.
your faces.
It is actually moist is considered one of the most hated
Moist-
words in the English language.
Sorry. That doesn't
Sorry,
bother me.
dude.
It doesn't bother me.
He gets his mic
He's
back now.
pathetic. Yeah, you got fine. It's fine.
I get it. I get it.
Have you never ever
Yeah.
gone on like Wikipedia, just like you start Wikipedia something and then it just kind of leads you to something else, then leads you to
Yes.
something else?
Yeah.
I
Listen,
Wikipedia'd two things today:
Oh, yeah.
the Dalai Lama and Bobby Brown.
Oh, that's right. And Bobby Brown.
And those are two very
Yes,
different
very
people.
different.
Vastly different people.
Yeah, Bobby Brown. God, what a dick. You know?
Bobby,
What?
if you're listening, I still like you. He's
I don't
on
think you
two
can Kevin
seasons of our
Bacon
show.
those two people.
What about Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, the Kevin Bacon that you can connect
6
any
degrees of
actor to
Kevin.
another actor.
You probably could.
guarantee you cannot
Through
connect
me.
the Dalai Lama and Bobby Brown.
Well,
bet you could,
I bet
as
one
long
of
as
the presidents met them, and then Bobby probably played a president show, so it probably would go that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Bobby Brown was on my show for 2 seasons.
Is he nice?
He was actually really, really nice.
Because you know what? I bet he's chilled out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he wasn't nice. Did you see the Whitney and Bobby Lifetime movie?
Oh, yeah.
I did. I saw it. I don't give a fuck who knows. I mean, what? He like got his ex pregnant, and then they got engaged like the next day. Oh. And I looked it up to make sure that was, you know, that was spot on. That was accurate. And it was.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, ew. You know how pissed I'd be if Brian proposed to me and I found out he knocked up some chick like 24 hours before that? Before he got down on one knee?
Inconsolable.
I mean, I'd be like, did you get tested for STDs? Even though we're not going to make a joke about STDs on the show.
I'd be like, you only get down on one knee for me, but two knees for her. That's not cool.
Right.
Bingo.
Like,
bingo boingo.
I don't know. So anyways, I forget where we were. We lost track somewhere down the...
Bobby Brown and
we were
Dolly
down
Brown.
a rabbit hole somewhere.
Dolly
Can't get out.
With some Wikipedia rabbit hole. We're stuck.
I was Googling for a joke, the 72 virgins.
Right.
And there's a whole thing. I'm like, oh, what does this say about the, like, whatever? And they, like, part of the Quran, apparently, describes the virgins and, like, what characters they would have. And one of them was appetizing vagina. I'm not even lying. That's a description of one of the 72.
And they are also 9 feet tall.
Yes, they're huge.
What, our vaginas are 9 feet tall?
All the virgins are 9 feet tall.
All the virgins are, like, 9 feet tall. They have pear-shaped breasts. And, like, they go into, like, really... Yeah, appetizing vaginas. That's like a quote.
So
I thought you meant the 9
like
foot
entree
vagina.
and then dessert.
I don't know if they're presented well. Like appetizing to me is like, oh, that looks really good.
So you suicide bomb yourself and you go to a world where you're mini-me.
Right.
I don't understand that.
It's weird.
What?
Listen, I don't.
Proportionally,
that's just one part of the thing I don't understand. Many things I don't understand about that.
I really just thought it was like the 9 foot vagina. Like that was like a cool old horror movie.
Attack of the Killer
Attack
Vagina.
of the 9 foot killer vagina. Appetizing vagina. When I think appetizing vagina, I just automatically think shaved and, you know, clean. Is that weird that I just thought of that? And I'm not even like a lesbian. I can't do shows hungover anymore. I can't.
I like it.
No, well, you're an idiot. You have shitty taste.
And she's back.
Are we still on the old school comic, new school comic thing?
No, we're off it. What is your most disastrous stand-up?
I didn't mean to force you into the next one.
I just want to go.
Most disastrous. What?
Your most
This show.
This show. It's completely it's more Mark's fault than my fault. But
okay.
Maybe like a fun or disastrous stand-up story.
Fun or disastrous?
Or both.
Or both.
I don't know why
here, I will tell you this story. I did a show. Okay, this is going to take a while. I was asked to do a show in Riverside, and I'll just do whatever. Like if somebody's like, "You want to do a show?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course, whatever, of course." And I didn't really look into it, and we kind of like my husband and I were in Riverside. And we're like kind of driving around. I'm like, "Oh, this place." It doesn't really look like it looks like just a room that they're renting, like a VFW type place.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't think they're going to have wine. So we like go to a Shakey's Pizza before. And I'm like, my thing is I always have one glass of wine before and then one after.
Just like Joan Rivers.
Yeah. I'm like, this is my ritual. So I go to Shakey's Pizza and I get a glass of wine and we like have more time. And the guy from Shakey's is kind of like judging me for drinking the wine at the Shakey's Pizza or whatever.
Are you sure you don't want Mojo potatoes? No, I'm good.
I'm good. Just the wine. Please bring the Lambrusco. I want wine pop. So we go and I drink this wine and then we get to the venue and it turns out to be an Alcoholics Anonymous group. Oh, yes. So
my God, I love it.
I smell like alcohol. I'm sure of it. I'm like, these people are going to start wanting to make out with me like at any minute.
At least they have you have their undivided attention.
It was crazy. So I get up and I do really well. They were really nice about it. I'm like, what do I say? I have a lot of things about drinking and like you're suddenly going through your act going, I don't want to offend anybody. But the show goes well. And the same guy who booked me on the show goes, do you want to do another one? And I'm like, yeah, okay. It's a different place. Show up. It's a packed room. It's like a rec room. So it's kind of like really well. It's like, you know, really well lit.
Yeah,
and it's like a little bit weird. The guy before me is a 300-pound like Samoan guy, like huge guy, right? Crushes it with all like the alcoholic humor. I don't know. He's like, how about when you're in day such and such treatment and this happens? I'm like, I don't know anything about what's happening, but he's killing it with these people. Like he knows everything about like what they've been through. Kills. I'm like, I'm going up next. And then he stops suddenly. He goes, thank you very much. Everybody's applauding. He goes, hold on, one more quick thing. So 1 second. And he does that, like the catch in his voice. And he goes, so about those 3 kids who were killed on Halloween, And I'm like, what's happening?
What?
And he's like, we're going to collect money for the parents of those kids. 300-pound Samoan guy crying. Whoa. And everybody,
God.
like, you could feel all of the air get sucked out of the room. Whoa. And then I have to go up after this. I'm like, he's like, let's give it up for Jen Mulaney. I'm like, it's Jill Maragos. Right. I don't care. Like, it's best.
Don't even say my name, actually.
Yeah. And
this is Jill Mulaney.
Like, I'm Jen. Hi, guys.
I know. Nice serving you. I'm Jen. And then everybody left the room. Like, everybody just left. And I was like, this is not, and it was probably for the best because of a joke about like dead babies. And I'm like, this is not, it's not. And I think I let it slip because I'm like, everybody's leaving. It was not at all.
You know what? Fuck those Alcoholics Anonymous people.
Well, I mean, they just were sad. Like three kids were murdered on Halloween. And
by a drunk driver, I'm sure, right?
Probably. And I'm like,
you're
oh my God.
You're like scratching off your like Halloween and Mike Myers jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was terrible.
I mean, yeah. Those, don't get me started on Alcoholics Anonymous. As I sip my mimosa.
Here's to that. It's the worst. So that's
they're all right. They got good pastries. I've been to a few.
You've been to a few.
They were court appointed, but still.
Were they really?
Yeah. Oh. And then I went to one as to be a supportive friend.
There you go. Well,
but it's weird to go as a supportive friend because then people, of course, assume that you are an alcoholic.
Right.
And then when I once went as a supportive friend, right? And they asked if I wanted to like get involved, like be a greeter or, you know what I mean? Or like provide like coffee one day or whatever. And I was like, oh, no. I'm, just here as a supportive friend. And the one guy, I remember his name was Ben. Okay, fuck you, Ben. Ben was like...
so much for anonymous. Right? Okay.
Stupid I don't know his
Ben Green with his face, and he was 19, and he lived at 22 North Spur Drive.
And his social is 292. He was like, as soon as you start accepting, you know what I mean? And he was like, life gets real easy. And I was just like, oh my God, get me the fuck out of here.
Wow.
And God, there was a bar next to the Starbucks across the street. Went straight there. Got a little kamikaze shooter down in the belly.
That's hilarious.
There's like bars right next to like Alcoholics Anonymous.
No, it was like it was in Cleveland
really
Heights.
Smart from a business.
I was
no, it is. It was in Cleveland Heights. It was like, but there was a Starbucks next to it. Anyways, I don't know. Angie, we're gonna probably wrap it up.
Angie,
I think. Why did I say Angie? Oh God!
Oh.
Listen, Jen. Sorry,
Jen, Jill,
Dale.
It's because listen.
What's happening?
Angie Crumb's resume is sitting right there, and I stared at it.
It's all right.
It's right there.
Do you want me to talk about finger? I don't have any stories. I got nothing.
No,
I got
wholesome
no French
stuff.
tip
Wholesome
stories for you.
Mark, this isn't wholesome, you fucking cockbag.
Whoa. Sweetheart,
Look,
I'm so sorry for that.
Angie Crumb's resume is right there. Mm-hmm. I stared right at it.
It's all right. It's okay.
We're gonna lose a French tip up in there.
Oh,
I can't believe that can't be our same. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. We gotta make it something else. Because we're gonna have merch soon.
Yeah.
Will you be on some of the merch if I get some merch?
It'll just be my face.
Yes.
Like a fourth grade picture.
Your mugshot.
My mugshot. What is happening here?
Her mugshot.
In prison.
Exactly.
No liquor before show recordings.
When you did that show at San Quentin, killed.
You always make
I'm
a
the Johnny Cash of comedy.
Now that's the slogan.
Wouldn't that be great?
The Johnny Cash
comedy. He was
I
brilliant.
Like
you have a captive audience.
I actually bought the soundtrack to that Walk the Line flick.
Yeah.
See,
I bought it with a CD.
That bothers me when people do other people's stuff.
Oh,
I'll just buy Johnny Cash's CD.
So, yeah, I don't know why. I just got like obsessed with the movie for some reason.
Yeah, it was
for like a good
movie.
year.
It was good. I will give you that. It's good.
I bought it. I bought the soundtrack. Everything. I was thinking about dyeing my hair brunette. But I didn't, of course, because, that's too much work. But I don't know. I just became obsessed with it. It was weird. I even watched their stupid interview on Oprah. Reese Witherspoon.
I'm sitting here going,
Okay.
And
Fuck
that's
you,
the
Mark.
end of the show.
Yeah. No, we want to plug some stuff. Let's plug some
absolutely.
shows. You have some shows
Got
coming
some
up.
shows
oh, I
coming?
do? Yeah, I do.
I figured, oh, thank God. I forgot to ask you before.
I do.
Because I've been on a podcast one time where they were like, what's your up? And Mychelle, where are you performing next? And I had nothing planned. I was like,
I'm doing a taping at Ventura Harbor Comedy Club in Ventura
oh, that's awesome.
at the end of the month. And then I'm going to be playing Pachanga in August.
Nice.
I don't know dates. I have to see a count. I'm like,
Hey, listen, guys, it doesn't matter.
Throw it up on our website.
Yeah, we're gonna put them up on the
I'll give you
website.
information.
And
on Facebook.
all this shit. People are shitty listeners, anyways. They're not gonna remember dates and places.
Shitty.
Especially our listeners. They're not gonna remember.
You said you're doing a taping. Is that like going to be
like a
for
video
DVD?
taping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they record it and they put it somewhere. I don't
Hey,
know.
Mark, when you
cool.
tape stuff, you just tape it. That's what it means. A
It
taping.
could
Well, it
also
could
be
be
audio.
audio.
There you go. See?
But they're still gonna tape
That's
it.
why I'm on Team Brian. I love it.
Oh, all right.
And
It's
Jill's
fuck
on my
me
side
day.
too, or Jen, or what? I'm confused.
Julie. You can call me Julie.
It starts with a J.
Bruce
okay?
Jenner. So we're so glad that you're here.
Really? What's wrong with you? He's being brave, and you just
He's so
You
brave.
just shit on him.
He's so
for
brave.
nothing.
Well, you have to be brave if you're going to chop off your willy.
Oh my God, Mark, you're
That's
Mormon.
brave. What, willy? I can't say that word.
I guess you can say it.
There is a.
Hey, that's brave.
Don't go
Wait a
throwing
minute.
that
Well,
around all willy-nilly.
Joseph Smith did recommend castration for people that wouldn't give up their wives to him.
That's not
That
true.
is true. Yes, it
No,
is.
it is not
It was during the time of the bank age.
You guys,
when he
please
stole
don't have
all
a
those
Mormon
people's
fight
money.
on
Oh
the
my
show.
gosh.
All right, we'll move on.
I will
My
turn
head
this
is
wagon
spin.
around.
Yeah, let's turn this around.
But you remember the first time I moved? This is a story between that.
Between you and Bruce Jenner?
Yes, between Bruce Jenner and I.
Bruce Jenner and I, sorry.
Where were you
This-
guys when this conversation happened?
So when I first moved to Burbank, well, I don't know, like 2 years ago, we didn't have a washer and dryer yet, and I went to this this laundromat just up the street, and it's right next to a place that has a big picture of a hot dog. It's like a cartoon looking hot
I don't like
dog,
where
and
this is
it
going.
said "Big Willie, biggest hot dog in the West." And I took a picture of it and I posted it on Facebook, and I said, "I'm officially living in Burbank now." And one of the first people to comment was you.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say Bruce Jenner.
Was Bruce Jenner?
Like,
What Bruce
That
Jenner should
looks
play you?
delicious.
really? Bruce Jenner
Yes,
should
Bruce
play
Jenner
me
should play you.
in my movie?
It would be perfect. That would be very brave.
No,
brave
I don't like his
decision.
nose.
He can change
It's gonna
that.
change. Everything's
Okay, everything's going to change.
But do you remember that?
That's true.
Liking that photo?
You think he'll change the nose? You think he'll get a nose job?
No matter
Okay.
what happens, he'll still look like Bruce Jenner dressed as a girl.
Yeah.
That's the end goal.
Well, he's just tall. Okay, anyways, guys, we're going to end on that before I
Let's
get
go back to Sally
any
over
kind
here.
of anything.
Let's go back to Vanessa. Back to Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
You kind of look like a Vanessa.
I don't know. Everybody honestly, most people just are like, Jen. I'm like, no, Jill.
Okay.
You kind of, you look like you, no matter what, like if I didn't know you look like you have a smart, like bougie name.
Really?
Yeah, like Vanessa. Vanessa's all like,
Or
oh,
Veronica.
Vanessa Hoyt. You're
Or like
oh.
Erica, but spelled AIRKE apostrophe.
Or like
No,
Rebecca.
there's a Q in there.
Eric Qua.
Oh my God.
But what
Okay.
about? Do you have like any like? Do you have Facebook, Twitter,
I do.
Instagram?
She's got all that
It's at Jill
stuff.
Maragos.
At Twitter?
Yes.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. At Twitter. Either one.
Oh, whatever.
Show up at Twitter.
Just
Be on there.
type in Twitter.
And then Jill I'm on Facebook. I get 8,000 guy requests a day.
That's got to
Oh,
feel
wow.
It's so
awesome.
weird.
That is
No,
8,000 more
that'd be
than
the
me.
best.
Honestly, okay.
I'd be flying high all day.
I know we're almost out of time, but it's like, if you're 50 and you're poking women, stop.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
stop
yeah.
with the
Yeah, the
poking.
50-year-olds.
No poking. If you wouldn't poke someone in real life, don't poke them on Facebook.
That's still a function of
Yeah,
Facebook?
I
can you
can't believe it's
it?
still a function.
I
either.
still get
It's so
poked.
stupid.
We should put that on merch.
I still get poked. I still
If
get
you're 50 years old and you wouldn't poke them in real life, don't
You
poke
wouldn't.
them.
If you don't poke them in real life, don't poke them on Facebook. That's
I don't know anyone that pokes. And I'm not even
It
making
feels
a
like
dick
it feels
joke.
like a grandma or grandpa thing to do, like kind of like poke.
It feels like an annoying fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't even find that function if I looked for it.
Yeah.
In your
You know,
heart?
like in my vagina.
In my vagina.
No poking.
No finger references. Fingering.
I'm trying to bring it back around to.
Here at Mad Mike, all we talk about is fingering. That's
no.
it. That's what we should put on the fucking t-shirts.
Oh.
I can't do it anymore. All right. Okay, guys, I guess, I don't know. Should we wrap it up?
Sounds good.
Sure. Vanessa, any more last words
It's
about fingering?
Danielle, thank you. I don't know
Danielle.
who you're talking.
Thanks, Emily.
No.
Everyone, go to our website if you want to
It's
finger.
been great, Erica.
If you want to finger Danielle. You guys, it's Mad Mike Podcast. Go to www.madmikepodcast.com. Or just don't bother with the W's. They're
You
going to be
cannot
there.
use them.
Well, find us on iTunes.
Oh, iTunes. I forgot. We're on
YouTube.
iTunes. Speaking of Steve Jobs.
Right.
Okay. Whatever.
Facebook. Find us on Facebook.
Mark, you're horrible.
Thank
in
you
every
very much.
single way.
Love you too.
Okay, I love you. Jill, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jill, 2 L's.
Yeah.
2 L's.
Don't fuck it up.
One eye.
Just one eye.
And a J. It's not a G. Like
Right.
Jeffrey. When people spell G, it's so annoying. Like who the
the
fuck are
king
you?
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you, fucking
Who are you with
royalty?
your G?
Who are you? The guy
Stupid.
from...
The
right.
giraffe from Toys R Us.
Oh, the giraffe from
I know.
Toys R Us.
Stupid
What a
son of a
punk.
bitch.
What a dick.
What did he do for
Stupid
me?
fucking marketing
Hanging around
ploy.
all those children, it's weird.
And with your big stupid neck.
Grown giraffe.
It's a 9-foot
Head higher
giraffe.
than all of us.
A 9-foot giraffe vagina. Okay, you guys,
Nose in the air.
madmikepodcast.com. Thank you.